Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Wispin here, and welcome back to another video here on the Pokecentral network. Before we get into today's episode, I just want to say, number one, if you want to join me here on my server, Pokecentral.org, all you got to do is go ahead and click the links down in the description. There will be a link to a tutorial on how to install Pixelmon, as well as a link to our Technic mod pack, which is basically just one click, and you can download and install Pixelmon and join the server. It'll work on pretty much any computer, and all you really need is a Minecraft account. The other thing I want to mention before we get into what we're going to be doing today is there is still a 40% off sale. It's only going to be lasting for the rest of this weekend, so you only have a couple more days to take advantage of that. 40% off network-wide. If you want to check out what you can buy on the store, it is buy.pokecentral.org. So let's get into today's episode. Just a couple of days ago, actually, was it yesterday? I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, we just added a brand new chest shop plugin here on the server. So what I'm going to be doing today is pretty much just getting a little bit of a tutorial out there just to show some people how to set up their shops and possibly getting into setting up my own shop here on my island. Since I have a lot of visitors, I might as well sell things here if I have some things of excess. We could always get our Pokeball factory up and running again and start selling Ultra Balls. We have a ton of held items that we could sell. I'm not entirely sure what I want to make a shop for, but I definitely think we can find some use for the chest shop system. So we'll get into that. I'll show you exactly how to make your own shops. And I will say at some point in the future, I'm not going to explain into detail, and I don't know exactly the date on when this will be released, but eventually there will be a way that you can actually set a warp at your shops. So you'll be able to have more visitors rather than just having to manually teleport everyone there. People will be able to actually warp there with a command. So that could be pretty cool. And I'm hoping that that gets added sometime in the next month or two, but I don't know for sure. We have to just see kind of how development goes along with all of the new features, because we have a lot of stuff planned, a lot of stuff in the works, and a lot of really, really cool things coming to the server. All right, so where do we want to put our shop? I think what I'm going to do is just put it in my first floor of my house, because we're not really using the space for much anyways. We might as well go ahead and just put some shops like right here or something. I might eventually move them outside. Maybe we can make a little shopping district like area. That could be really, really cool. But I want to just test things out and make sure I can figure out how to set up a shop before I start kind of going and making a massive shopping district on my island or anything like that. All right, so there's only a few things we need. We need redstone, and we only need one redstone, and that's just to link the shop with the chests, which I will explain a little bit later on. We're going to need chests, which we should have plenty of here, and we're only going to need a few of these because I want to set up a couple of them just for different tests and things. And then we're also going to need the items, of course. I don't know exactly what I want to sell, but for testing purposes, we'll go ahead and grab ourselves some logs. We'll go ahead and let's grab some potions. We'll go ahead and grab maybe some Ultra Balls here. And then what else can we use? We'll grab some coal blocks. Okay. So this is purely just for testing's sake and just seeing if we can get it set up right. We're also going to need some signs, which luckily we have plenty of. So that should be all we're looking at. So let me actually first set one up here just so that we can make sure we get it done. So, okay, number one, you place a chest, can be placed anywhere in the world, does not need to be placed near the sign. The sign does not need to be placed on the chest, doesn't matter. And then we go ahead and put in the items that we want to sell in the quantity that we want to sell. So if we want to sell 32 at a time, we'll put in 32. If we want to sell one at a time, then for now we only put in one. We can add more later, but for now we put in one. So I want to sell one coal block at a time. And I want to do it over here. Actually, we'll do it like way over here just to show that it can go pretty much anywhere. And what we want to do is buy, because the player using the sign, they're going to read this and see that it says buy, which means for them, they're going to be buying the item. So if we're selling coal blocks, that means that the players are buying the coal blocks. So buy, and then in the second and third line, we can actually put literally anything we want. But in order to make it pretty obvious what we're selling, I want to put one there, coal here, and then the price in the bottom, we'll do 100 coins. Now, I know that's not a really good deal, but we're just doing this as an example, so it doesn't really matter. We put that there, and then in order to link it up, we go back to that redstone dust that I had. We punch the chest, and is there a chat message for that? Yes, stored location of the item, and then we punch the sign. And if it works, then the top line will turn blue, and then we can go ahead and actually test it ourselves by right-clicking, and it'll actually buy the coal block from ourselves. And the reason that it turned red is because we emptied the stores. Now, we're not losing any money when we test our shop like that, just because we're paying ourselves $100 and giving ourselves the own item. But when other players buy it, they'll get the block, we'll get the money, which is pretty cool. So now that I have 32 in there, you can see we can actually go ahead and just spam it, and we can buy all 32 of those blocks. And then once those 32 run out, that is when it'll go ahead and switch to red right there. Boom. Done. Okay. And then if you want to check signs, now, because you can say anything you want in the second and third line, technically people can do kind of scams, which is against the server's rules. Do not set up a scam shop. If you're going to be setting up a shop, make sure it's 100% legit, because if there is any sketchy, scammy stuff going on, then you're going to be in trouble here on the server. Everyone wants to just have a good time. No one wants to be getting scammed. So please be genuine with your signs, but you can write whatever you want there. So be careful when you go up to a sign. Always make sure you punch the sign first, because when you punch it, it'll tell you in chat here, buy 1 block of coal for 100 coins. It'll tell you exactly what you're going to be buying and for what price. So don't always take the sign's words for the truth, because here's what we could do. Just to show an example, don't do this, but if we put buy here and we put 1 master ball, and we put it for 1,000 coins here, and then we go ahead and put coal into here, and then we link this up. I just want to show that it's possible to scam with this pretty easily, so this is why you really need to be careful. So now, when we buy this, we got coal. We didn't get a master ball, but if we punch the sign, then it'll tell us there in the chat right here that it was a block of coal the entire time. So take the chat for what it is, because that's the actual item being sold for the shop. Don't really take the sign into account. Always check first. And if you just want to delete your shop, all you got to do is, I believe, do you break the chest maybe? I don't actually know. Let's see. If we break the chest, because we couldn't break the sign there, it didn't actually. Oh yeah, we could. Okay, I don't know. I think you can just break it. So pretty straightforward, pretty easy. And I really, really love this plugin. It's really awesome, and I'm really glad it's back on the server. We had it a couple of years ago, probably about 1.5 years ago, and it was really fun. So I'm glad it's back, and I hope you guys put it to good use, especially when we get that warp system added in. So I also want to go ahead and test something with my weekly champion kit. I want to see exactly if this works. Let me grab a light block, because it's kind of dark over there. Do we have sea lanterns? Yes. Let's grab one of these so we can actually see. And I want to see if you can tell if it's actually a premium key. So we have a premium key placed in here. Let's go ahead and link these up and see. Boom, there we go. So it does say that. Let's see. Oh, and you can't tell. Awesome. Perfect. And if you come to someone's shop, they have this set up. You can tell that it's real just by punching the sign. I'm a little bit worried that people are going to get scammed with this. That's why I'm repeating over and over. Punch the sign, check the chat message, make sure it's legit, because it is pretty easy to scam with this if people aren't careful. Now, it's super, super easy to avoid getting scammed. So for that reason, we aren't really going to be refunding people if they do end up getting scammed. But if someone does set up a scam shop, you can go to report them, and we will make sure to take care of that. Because even if they have it like hidden in their house or something, there's no real reason for it. So we'll probably just ban them from the server. But yeah, okay, let's get things set up. So I think I want to sell all of these random shinies, these premium keys that I got, and I also want to go ahead and sell maybe a master ball and a park ball, because we have extra and we don't really need them. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put all of these items in chests up here, right here, above where we're going to actually have them, down below. And then we're going to put the signs down below in our house so that people can come here and they can actually buy these items if they want them. So let's go down here and let's get everything all set up. Okay, fly is turned on. So we'll just do it here. Yeah, we'll just do it right up against this wall here. So if you want to buy any of these items that I'm showing here, visit my island. Those are the cords right there. And you can come here, check it out, see if the items are still for sale, and buy them if you want. So number one, we're going to sell 3 premium keys. So buy 1 premium key. And I feel like a good price for these, maybe 175,000 coins. Is that fair? I think that's a decent deal. It's not the best deal ever, but you can get gems, you can get legendary scrolls. It might be an okay deal. I don't know for sure, but I'm going to leave it there. We'll see if anyone buys it. Now, for the random shinies, I think about 100,000 is probably good. I'm going to go ahead and put them for, let's do shiny egg Let's do 120,000 just in case anyone wants to buy. If no one buys them, oh well, it's kind of just an example anyways. Then for the Master Ball and the Park Ball, I'm going to do both of these for 150K each. So I feel like that's a fairly good price. Might be slightly overpriced. I don't actually know. I think it's reasonable. I think that's what I usually see them going for. So that's what I'm just going to go with here. So buy one Park Ball, and we'll do 150,000 there. Okay, perfect. So we got all our signs set up. Let's put all of our items into the chests. So we got our premium keys. We got to do 1. We got our shiny eggs, 1. Master Ball. And then let's link these things up. So number 1, we link up the premium key. There we go. Number 2, we link up the shiny eggs. Number 3, we link up the Master Ball. And number 4, we link up the Park Ball. And now we can actually add in the extra items here. Boom, boom. And then we can go down here, cover that up, and we should be good to go. Now, if you want to buy any of these items here, all you got to do is walk up and first left click, make sure they're legit. I know they're mine. You can still check them. So you punch them all, and it'll tell you if the items are actually what is displayed on the sign. And then you can go ahead and right click to purchase them. So you can see we bought that one. We bought the shiny egg, we bought the Master Ball, and we bought the Park Ball. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and just do this and fill back up the chest. But if you want to buy those items, they're there for you, and we'll probably do a whole lot more with this shop system at some point in the future. I think it's really cool. Opens up a lot of possibilities for players having homes and shop locations, because I think it's really cool to have like a separate shop area. Let's go ahead and update those. There we go. Okay, so I think this is pretty much it. I don't know exactly what I want to specialize in with my shop, so I might just do random things like this occasionally, but either way, it's a really awesome plugin, and I know I've rambled on about it for like 10 minutes now, but we got our shop set up, and we already have a customer. Is he going to buy anything? Is he going to buy anything? Let's check his balance. Let's see if he's even... Oh, he can afford things. I'm watching you. Come on, buy something. Come on, you know you want to. You know you want to. Just go for it. He's thinking about it. I don't think he's gonna buy anything. That's fine though. We got that all set up. So if you want to buy it, check it out. It might already be all gone by the time you get there, but I showed my cords, so everyone really has access to my house now. Please, if you come to my island, stay off the top 2 floors. They're locked off for a reason. But the first floor and the rest of my island, perfectly fine. Run around, do whatever you want here. Yeah, okay, cool. Now, I don't want to just leave my shop with that. So I promised you guys that I would open up some Aura eggs here in this video. I said for every 50 likes the video gets yesterday or 2 days ago, can't remember which one it was, that I would go ahead and actually open up an Aura egg here on the server. So I actually probably should have pulled this up already, but I'm pulling it up right now. We're going to check out how many likes that video got and how many Aura eggs we're going to get. And what I'm going to do is, instead of opening them all, I'm going to go ahead and open half of them and sell the other half to players here on the server. And I just want to say, I just checked my channel. We're at 29,991 subscribers. So 9 away from 30,000. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and do so. Help me out. Help me reach 30K, as we are almost there. We are so close. But yeah, it looks like the video got 167 likes at the time of this recording. So I'll go ahead and open 2, I'll sell 2, and that way we'll have an even number in both. So you also see that I have these rare keys here. For some reason, somebody on the server bought me them under my username. I don't know why, but I got 3 rare keys in my inventory, so we're going to sell these as well. And we got 1 rare key there, 1 Aura egg here. So let's go ahead and break through the floor and place the signs for these items as well, which should be pretty easy. So buy 1 Aura egg. And how much should an Aura egg go for? I'm thinking like 300,000, right? 300, because you can only get them by paying real money. So I don't know how much they're actually worth. Maybe even more than 300, maybe 400,000, 350. I'll do 350. I think that's actually pretty cheap for an Aura egg, considering you can't actually get them in game without paying for them. And then a rare key, I don't know if it's quite as valuable as an Aura egg. We're gonna go ahead and do 250,000 for that, even though that might be a little bit much. We'll do 240. I know it's not much of a discount. Not a rare egg, a rare key. There we go. So I don't know if any of this stuff is actually gonna sell, but we'll try. And if it doesn't, oh well, I'll keep it. I'll open it. But here we go. Link that. And link that. There we go. Done. Okay. Our shop has been completed. This is our current shop right here. And this is all we're selling. So we got Aura eggs, rare keys, premium keys, shiny eggs, master balls, and park balls, all for sale. If you want to go ahead and check those out and purchase them for yourself, just visit my house. And if you don't want to purchase them, then don't, because I am more than happy to keep all of those very valuable items. All right, and then we need to put the extra items into the chest here. So let's just go ahead and put 1 Aura egg in there and 2 extra rare keys in there. And if all this stuff sells, I mean, we're going to be super rich. So I hope people actually buy it, but I don't know. We got 2 Aura eggs here. Let's open these things up and see if maybe we can get some cool Pokemon. Come on, give me something unique. I'm still waiting on one of the brand new auras that we added in the last update to go ahead and roll here, because I keep getting some of the older ones, which are cool, but I really want to see some of the newer ones. Oh, which one is this? A Sacred Honedge. I think this was... I don't remember. I don't think this was in the last update. It may have been, though. Actually, I think it was. I think the Sacred one was. There was another one that was in before, but I think the Sacred one was in the very last update. What are we going to get here? Come on. Ooh, I'll take a Sunset Squirtle. This thing's awesome. Okay, so we got ourselves the Crimson, or no, not the Crimson. That's the other one. We got ourselves the Sacred Honedge, which looks pretty awesome. Looks really, really cool once you get it to its max evolution. And then we got ourselves the painted Sunset Squirtle, which looks amazing. I love this thing. It basically just has a painted shell, which looks awesome, especially once you get it to Blastoise. I do prefer the Midnight form, which is like a darker form of the Sunset, but Sunset one's pretty cool too. So I wanted this video to focus mainly on shops, sort of as a tutorial, and also just showcasing what you can actually do with this plugin. And so I also want to go ahead and check out some other people's shops here on the server. So this is actually Bagel Loops, one of the moderators on the server. He set up a small little shop here, and this is actually really cool. So he has lucky eggs, and you can use, if you have the rank perk, I believe Pro and above, so any rank on the server, any purchased rank, can do colored text on signs, so you can actually do that on these signs, and it looks really, really good. So he's selling all of the different power items, lucky eggs, EXP shares. This is awesome. This is great. So once we actually have some sort of a warp system in place, this will be super helpful, because a lot of people have a lot of different things that they'd be willing to sell, and then a lot of the newer players on the server don't really have access to those items, so it would be really awesome if some of the longtime players could set up shops that the newer players can visit and buy items for a little bit cheaper than in the store, because sometimes those shop prices on purpose get a little bit pricey. There's so many really cool things you can do with this plugin. You could even make things like a TM shop, for example, that sells all of the TMs for like 10,000 coins. You'll still make a massive profit, but anyone that would have bought their TMs from the shop at the server spawn, they would be paying sometimes up to 24,000 for those TMs. So if you sell them for a little bit less, kind of undermine the server shop prices, you can make a whole lot of money and also help out a whole lot of players. So this is actually another player's shop here on the server. It looks like they're just selling a bunch of TMs for 5,000 coins, which is actually even a better deal than what I said just a minute ago. But yeah, just different things like this. It's really, really cool. But anyways, guys, I know this was a little bit of a shorter one. I just really, really wanted to show off the shops here on the server, because I think it's one of the coolest features we've added in a while. So if you guys do like this update, if you like all of the updates that we've been putting out on the server and you want to see more, make sure to go and leave a like on the video. Make sure to go and subscribe to the channel, because that helps me to stay motivated to keep making these videos and to keep putting out new updates here on the server. With that being said, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.